Hey, it's another episode of Rogan Radio, and this was a weirdo night on the social hour. Once again, before we do every podcast, we have a social hour on the Facebook. So if you have a Facebook account, make sure you look for Rogan Radio and go ahead and like us. And in that way, every Sunday, right around 7 o'clock, you can go ahead and join the social hour. This week, we gave away an Amazon Fire tablet and a T-shirt, and they both went to the same family, Taj and Justin Farrow. Somehow, magically, They won that thing. I don't know how they did that.
How did they do that?
I don't know.
You got some kind of connection?
Jimmy's the one.
We did it live. And,
Jimmy's the one that picked the names.
Yeah, listen, I held the bucket up here.
Yeah.
Jimmy stuck his big old fat hand in there, and then
we did it live so that everybody would know.
Now, Jimmy did write all the names down, so I'm thinking maybe quite possibly.
Hey, wait a minute now.
You know what? He wrote Justin Taj. Justin Taj. I looked at that. I was like, oh, my God, does that say Justin? Because I knew that was Justin Farrow.
I just think Justin's sexy. That's why I put him in there.
Listen, we'll call Justin up here too here in a second, and we'll get some more reaction out of him so we can talk to him. We won't have any time constraints other than The Walking Dead's on tonight, and you guys love that.
Listen, 9 o'clock. We gotta go. We gotta pick things up. We gotta move.
Once again, we're going to give away all kinds of things throughout the year here on Rogan Radio. And one thing that you're going to absolutely need to do is basically listen to us and pretty consistently, because you just never really know when we're going to have one of these contests. And some of these contests are going to actually involve wearing a Rogan Radio T-shirt, and the only place you can get those, we don't sell Rogan, we don't sell them. We don't do anything with those. Those come solely from KDS Primitive Signs and More. Do a search for those either on the Google, or you can go ahead and go on Facebook, KDS Signs and More, and go ahead and order your Rogan Radio T-shirt, because at some point throughout the year, you're going to be winning some pretty big prizes with that particular shirt.
All you got to do is wear that shirt and send us a picture, and you know what, you're winning. It doesn't get any easier than that. Put the shirt on, take the picture.
It's absolutely easy.
KDS Primitive Signs and More will fix you right up if you're interested in buying a T-shirt. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. So that's all you need to do. And also, now next week we're going to have Ichiro Takahashi in the studio. He's from Japan, and he is going to be representing, he's going to be representing Japan in the studios of Rogan Radio here in West Virginia. So that's going to be pretty awesome.
We got a lot of Japan listeners, don't we?
We had about 3,000 for a while. I'm not sure what it is now. But I was asking Bruce about, why would or Ichiro, we call him Bruce, why would somebody in Japan listen to unless they understand fluent English,
in a lot of other countries.
What the hell are you eating?
I'm not eating anything.
Dude, he's done. He's swallowed
it. What were you eating? Chocolate? Were you eating chocolate?
Yeah, we're both eating chocolate.
It's a giant chocolate thing you got out there. I don't know. It's probably 5 years old anyway.
There's like 3 pounds of chocolate. You
listen,
not eat any of it?
So anyway, back to this. A lot of other countries, those people, they speak multiple languages. We're the Americans are the only ignorant ones that only think, English is the only language. And
English
if you don't speak English, then you're, I agree. If you live in that country, you should speak that language. Right. Like if you live in America, you should speak English amongst your other language. Just like if you live in Japan, you should speak Japanese. If you live in Japanese, if you live in Japan, you speak Japanese, and a lot of them speak other languages, mainly English.
Yeah, and I think that's a mandatory. They teach that in school. They have to learn that second language now.
A lot of them do.
You know what burns me up a little bit when I go to the ATM, and it'll ask you when you put your debit card in, it'll ask you what language do you want.
Does it? What?
Yeah,
I've never seen
I think that's stupid.
No, it's English, dude. This is America. If I was overseas,
never seen that.
Yeah,
on my ATM.
I go to Sheets over there, and that's where I do my ATM, and first thing pops
up.
Oh,
no, Sheets. Something like Sheets I can understand.
Okay, so
maybe.
If you were overseas, like say you were in Germany, would you want it just to be in German and you to be like,
no,
or would you want it to say, do you want it to be in German or English?
But this is
just saying,
America.
Just being devil's advocate here.
America.
That makes a lot of sense, though. But if let's say when I go to a BB and I have BB&T, and when I go to a BB&T bank.
Yeah.
But if I go to a universal sort of place, I've never really paid like a Go-Mart or a Sheets or something. I've never really paid attention. They probably would because they get so many different travelers.
I deal with a lot of international students at the colleges, and before they can actually take say like a major or whatever they have here, they have to come over and they have to take ESL. It's called English Second Language, and they all have to learn English before they actually come here for a course. Yeah.
Wow.
What about the ones that are digging tunnels and jumping over the big old wall there coming out of Mexico?
Yeah, that's not for them. They're called illegals.
Illegals. Build a bigger wall. We don't have any listeners in Mexico, do we? Do we? Can you check? Or you look on your phone right there. You want to check on your phone?
And
right there?
most of those illegals, they don't care to learn language because they come over and they get a job for like $2 an hour. They make their, you think they would do that just to fit in, learn the language.
Yeah, you think if you're going to come to this country, you got to at least be able to speak the language.
You would think so. You would think so. It would be a lot. Well, I mean, if anything, it would be just a lot easier for you.
Well, absolutely.
If I would move, say if I would move to Canada, I don't know Canadese. Canadianese.
Canadianese.
French. They speak French.
French.
Hey, listen. Sometimes if I go down south or up north too far, I'm not really sure they speak English there. They have such a thick accent.
I like when we had Casey on here. Y'all crazy fool around.
My God, she was thick. That girl was thick, and I'm not talking about her bones. I mean her accent.
Speaking of down south, we're going to get Elizabeth here. She's from Tupelo, Mississippi. She's a real big gamer. We're going to talk about the division, and the beta was out this weekend. Oh, and listen to this shit. I tell you, we are going to talk about this. The new S7 and the G5 came out. Let me tell you something.
Did you watch anything about that
Yes.
today? Tell me about it, because we're debating on which phone we're going to get next.
Let me tell you something. It's going to be a hard pick. But let me tell you what, that G5 that's coming out from LG
looks good.
Oh, my goodness. But where I would say that I was going to get one of those phones until I saw what the cell phone companies are doing now. Now listen to this nonsense. If you want an S7 or an S7 Edge, now this is going to be a fantastic phone, but imagine what your cell phone bill is now, right?
Right. Good Lord.
Okay, say if it's whatever it is.
Yeah.
Think about it. Okay,
Right.
so if you want one of these now you have to buy your phone flat out, or you have to basically lease it, more or less.
Now, is this through all the cell phone providers? Because I talked to Sprint, and they said that wasn't the case. Right.
Well, no, it just depends. You could be grandfathered in an old contract, and I'm not sure how all the carriers.
A lot of the new carriers don't have contracts now because
I got a contract.
But now you
competing.
You can't have like 24 months same as cash and all that stuff. But what they're doing now is they're selling cell phone plans, and they're saying, look, it's only going to be $50 a month. What they don't tell you is you're going to have to pay out the ass for a phone. As an example,
well, you already do
with an S7. Okay. Say whatever your plan is. This is from AT&T. If you want a brand new S7 or an S7 Edge, we're just going to go a 32 gig S7 on AT&T on top of your bill already for 30 months. It's going to be an extra $23.
30 months.
30 payments of $23.17.
Dude, what's that come out to?
Hell if I know.
Do the math, Jim. Bust it
Let's
out.
see here. Where's Sprint? Because I did all these things here. And it's just absolutely okay on Sprint now. It's 24 payments of $27
on top of your
cell phone bill.
If you went to the S7,
if you go to the S7,
y'all could be keeping.
So wait, it's $23 a month for 30 months.
Yeah, what's 23 times 30?
$690.
Okay, so you're basically paying $700 for your phone.
That's crazy, dude.
And you have to pay an extra. The thing is, you have to pay an extra $27 on top of your cell phone bill to get the phone.
Yeah, now, cell phone bill's already out of control.
People realize that the cell phone bills they have now are the subsidized price for the phone that they got 2 years ago, right?
Let's see. The actual retail price of the Edge is $799. The regular S7 is $669. On Verizon, what did they say here? They're going to have all kinds of different bundles and stuff. It could be an extra $80 a month. For different whatever bundles, but if you just want it down, you want the S7 0 down, 24 monthly installments of $28 a month for 2 years for a stupid cell phone.
Nope.
You know what? Screw it.
I'll keep the phone I got. There's nothing wrong with it.
Screw it. There is no way I'm going to pay an extra $30 a month or pay $700 for a stupid cell phone. I'm just not going to do it. As much as I like them, as much as I love them, there is no way in hell I'm going to spend that kind of money on a stupid phone. There's nothing wrong with the phone I have now.
No. How many people are going to do that? You think they're going to lose sales on something like that?
You know what? I'll tell you what's going to happen is that I think that what the carriers are forcing the phone manufacturers to lower the price of their phones. So, the carriers are saying, hey, listen, it's not our fault the phones are $800. We're giving you $40, $50 a month service. Blame Samsung, blame Apple, blame HTC, blame LG. Tell them, just don't buy the phones. We don't care if you buy a new phone or not. The only thing we want you to do is have service with us. Because that's where we're making our money.
You know what it's going to come to. It's going to come to the point where you have to upgrade your phone, too. It's going to come to a point where...
It's already happened,
well,
Jim.
You know what? You have to buy the new iPhone 10 Or you can't have service anymore. You know what I mean? Our towers only work with iPhone 10 and above, or S30 and above.
So they're going to force your hand. They're going to make you.
And those phones are now $8.99.
You look at some of the apps that run. You need the quad and you need the octo processors, and you need so much RAM on your phone, and with different cameras and things that they're basically, if you want to text and talk, you know what, you're fine. But if you want to do some kind of certain apps, or if you want to do this or do that, screw it. You can't do it unless you have the latest and greatest. We had that problem when we had the Evo.
Yeah.
When there was a transition between the Evo and when it was going to the S3, and all of a sudden we were running out of space on our phones, and we just couldn't do anything about it. So we had to upgrade, and they're basically forcing you to do it. I say screw them. The hell with them.
Hell with them.
You know, I have this theory that there's always a progression, but there's an apex to where it starts to regress after that, and there's going to be a point.
I think that's where they are now.
And it's going to be to a point where people they're just going to give up on cell phones and say, listen, it's not worth it. We're just going to go basic. We're going to go medium. We're just going to need it to talk and text and we're not going to need all this other bullshit with it.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Because you know what? Listen, I got 4 phones on my line now. It's a car payment.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Who's going to throw $50 or $60 or $80 back on top of that just to have a new phone? I'm not. My daughter's not.
Listen, I'm not either. I'm just not going to do it.
I
love that stuff.
There's no reason for it to be that high.
It's all about the money, buddy.
Let me tell you what. I have a tower. This tower here, it has 12 gigs in it, an i5. I can't tell you a 2 terabyte hard drive in it. Now it's not condensed. It's not in a cell phone format. It's not that small. But that thing was like $600. Yeah. And that's as far as power goes.
But as you go, here's the thing. As I should say, as technology progresses, things get cheaper. Like, okay, say like the Xbox or something. Say when the Xbox comes out, and then as, say a year or two goes by, the Xboxes get cheaper because those parts are cheaper.
Look at TV, same thing.
So in your phone, probably 90% of these parts are still the same in the next phone, but they just have a little piece that's more advanced, like a little processor.
Or let me ask you this: is it the fact that the phone's cheaper, or the parts? Say, like with the PS4, the 360, or the Xbox One, when they first come out, they're like $500, right?
Yeah.
And then like a year and a half later, 2 years later, they're down to $350 plus 3 games. Is it the fact that the parts are cheaper, or is it the fact that they were originally marked up so high because of the demand? The demand was going to be there that anybody,
that could be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like with these cell phones, these manufacturers, just like with people with Apples, they'll stand in line for 3 days to get one of these phones.
That's stupid.
So they can basically charge what they want for them, right?
Oh, sure, and they know that
for a while.
Yeah,
a while
in the beginning.
And then that starts to die off, and all of a sudden you start seeing the sales. Come get your iPhone 6S for $50, where before it was $400.
Right, and they're still making money off that $50. So how much were they really gouging the customer?
That's what I mean. I mean, what is it? I mean, is it to the point of where the technology's getting better? And that's one thing that's always burned my ass. I've always had a beef with Apple, and Apple's not bad, but in a lot of ways. Is that how much they charge for phones? You can go get a 16-bit or a 16 gig phone, or you go 32, 128, right? Well, the nice thing I liked about Android is I could get a 16 gig phone, pay about $200 less than an iPhone, and then go over to Staples or Amazon or Best Buy and get a 64 gig card for $17 and put it in the phone.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
That's the bad thing about that Apple products. They just don't let you upgrade unless you go with a higher phone and pay another $100 for the phone.
And
if it wasn't so user friendly, I would get away from Apple.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Samsung did with the S6, and they screwed themselves because they wouldn't let you put an SD card in it, and then so you were stuck. And what's hilarious is now they have up to 2 terabyte support. I see with SD cards because all these phones are 4K now. But you say a 32 gig phone, and they're 4K phones. Well, how much video is a 32 gig phone going to hold if you're recording in 4K? What, 10, 15 minutes and you're out of memory?
Barely anything. So you're forced. You're forced to buy a great big.
The whole thing's a scam, and it's going to come back and bite them right in the ass. It's all, and I think one of two things is happening. Either there's some kind of internal battle between the cell companies because they saw what happened to landlines, and they don't want people to drop their service, so they're putting all the pressure on the manufacturers. Or I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but eventually it's going to become cheap. Or we're just going to buy a bunch of shit from China just to get cheap $50 phones.
Yeah, when I had to buy my kids, they wanted to be on my plan with iPhones, of course. But when I bought them their iPhones, I just got them off of like a Groupon. I think I got them off Groupon, and they were like, a couple $100. That was like $200, I think. So, but they were 5s, they weren't 6s. But that's the way I'm going from now on, dude. Screw that.
Listen, I'm just not going to spend that kind of money on new stuff like that. I got better things to spend money on, and it's not a cell phone because I just don't. I'm not into it like I used to be. First of all,
and then if you break it or something happens to it, you're screwed unless you pay $10-$20 a month extra for the insurance just in case.
Well, listen, okay, listen. And how about that? How about if you spend an extra $10 or $15 on the insurance, but yet you still have to pay $100 to use the insurance because there's a deductible on it.
Oh, yeah, that's bullshit. You pay $10 or $11 per line every month.
Kiss my ass.
And then when you sit on the phone, and you're like, okay, well then this is going to be $100. What?
I tell you what,
am I paying $11 a month for?
Take your phones, turn them sideways, shine them up real nice. All of you, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint. Take your phones, shine them real nice. You can make them phones shine and shine. They can make them brighter than the sun. And take that phone and shove it right up your ass because I'm not going to buy it.
God, that would hurt to get a cell phone shoved up your ass.
You know what? They can have it. I'll go back to, bring me an Obama phone. That's all I need.
Yeah. An Obama phone.
Do you remember when we were delivering those Obama phones? They're pretty hot and heavy there for a while, but I remember delivering them Obama phones.
Anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a break here, and then when we come back, we're going to have Elizabeth on the line. We're going to talk about the Division beta real fast. We're going to get Justin on the phone. He's the big winner of the Amazon Fire tablet. Then we're going to get Ducko on in the third segment talking about the new, is it Deadpool it's called?
Deadpool.
Ooh,
I can't wait to see that movie.
It's like a super big movie, I guess. I don't know anything about it. I'm not a Marvel fan. And then
you're gonna like this.
And that'll be that, man. That'll be that. But anyway, thanks for listening to Rogan Radio, and be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, YouTube. We have the website that's going to be coming out at some point. Not really sure when that's going to happen. We keep saying that, but just stay with us and make sure you can text or call us anytime you feel like it. 681-222-ROGN. That translates to 7646. You're listening to Rogan Radio. All right, we're back on Rogan Radio, and this segment we have Elizabeth on the phone from Tupelo, Mississippi, the home of Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley.
Who? Of who? Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Elizabeth. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth, what's the name of the cheeseburger joint that we're going to go to eat?
Johnny's.
Johnny's. That's where Elvis used to eat cheeseburgers.
Oh,
it is.
That's
Tupelo is up at the top of Mississippi, right?
It is. It's in North Mississippi.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I went to a firearms training school out there, Mid-South, not too far from Memphis there.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Did you get to play, speaking of firearms, you played the beta of the Division, right? And that's what we're going to be talking about. All right. First of all, what was because you're a big gamer. I mean, you're a beast on Call of Duty. I know that for a fact because we played together. What did you think about what's your opinion so far of the Division?
Well, I played the first beta that came out the 29th of January, and it ran that weekend, and they actually extended it a couple of days. I liked the day and night cycle. I thought that was really cool because games like Destiny, you don't really get that feel that you're in like a consistent world with day and night. It's just like hopping from planet to planet.
Yeah, listen to Elizabeth. I was in one spot on that game doing the beta, and I was like crouched down just looking around. And you could see the sun.
And the weather changes
shadows
too.
And everything was moving.
Sometimes it's snowing, sometimes it's not. I mean, the weather even changes.
Yeah, nighttime, daytime, cool. I like that game.
Mm-hmm.
I got stuck in a snowstorm actually, and I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, it was kind of inconvenient,
cool.
but I didn't mind because it was so cool.
Right.
Yeah, listen, they did a good job on that game.
Now here's the question, because it's going to be one of these games to where if people aren't paying attention or if they're not really up to date on what the game's going to be like, it's not a first person shooter by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
Right.
It's like an RPG slash
third person slash
I'm not
open world slash
teamwork.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of those games to where you're going to definitely have to play with people, or you're not going to like the game. I've found that out already.
Yeah, if you're running solo, man, they're gonna wax you just because you're by yourself.
Well, we played with 4 people the other night. You know what I mean? It was great because we almost had to stick together to get anything done.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Now, when you played, Elizabeth, did you play? Were you a lone wolf, or did you actually go with people, or did you have it like somebody in your party? I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, I did the regular missions or whatever alone, but then when I went into the dark zone, I lasted about 5 minutes without any teammates.
Yeah.
And I got blasted right away. And it's interesting because in the dark zone, I've had like a few different kinds of experiences. One was everybody was just trying to get loot.
Yeah.
And they were running around, and they weren't really doing anything as far as like PvP. They were just kind of like saying hey and all that. Then the first time I went in, it was like chaos. Everybody was killing everybody. They were yelling at each other, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's what when Todd and I were playing a little bit this morning, and we would pick up with people that they were doing their own thing, but we would kind of team up with them, but at the same time we had blasted some dudes going for loot too. There was like this one scene these guys were going and they had all their loot right, and we're hiding. I said, "Okay, Todd, look, we're going to play friendly." And the helicopter comes, and they all stand around there, and the little circle jerk, and all that.
Little rope comes down. They get ready to hook all their stuff
and
up.
we just tossed grenades in there and sticky bombs, and we just freaking tore them up.
And you got to watch out too, because you can get screwed on that, and get double crossed with your teammates.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you most certainly can. So that's what kind of makes it interesting. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, what I liked about it is, man, that's a very early version of a beta. It's a 1.1, which means it's going to be that much better when it comes out, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's what I'm kind of wondering about the game is that the map. Here's one thing I don't like about the game. Here's one thing I don't like is that there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time where you're traveling on foot. And secondly, there's a lot of time where there's a lot of time just to look, but there's really nothing going on. And that's what we did today. Were we going to do a mission? I mean, you can explore if you go out with your boys and you want to go tear some shit up in the dark zone today.
Yeah.
Then you can just make that your game plan. But I can see after a while. I mean, we spent. My goodness, last night I didn't realize we played for 2.5 hours and really didn't do anything.
No. Yeah. Because there's so much to see. The city is so big.
And that's kind of like, remember, Grand Theft Autos were like that, where you get in, you just start doing stuff, and you forget about missions, and before you know it, you're like 3 hours in the game, you're like, man, I just been wandering around doing nothing.
Yeah, just looking at stuff.
Start out trying to do a mission, you end up with a car flying in the air attached to a jet.
And that's basically only when Todd's driving the car.
What are you trying to say about me?
No, that's an inside joke with Elizabeth and I. Hey, so what do you think about the UI of it? What do you think about all the different buttons and menus and all of that?
When I first loaded it up, I was blown away by the UI. I thought it was really great. I loved it.
Yeah, but you know what? Listen, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of combinations and a lot of, you can really customize the hell out of your character.
And there's a lot of stuff that's not available yet that says, not available in beta.
Yeah.
The biggest problem that I have, and it's almost like when we're playing like a Halo, when we're playing sniper. Like when I'm a sniper, I get so excited that I can never hit somebody because I get so excited. You know what I mean? When I pull the trigger, and it was like this. It's like when I get into combat with somebody, I can't remember how to get grenades. I just can't remember how to do things. I'm doing the whole Call of Duty right bumper, left bumper stuff and all that stuff, and it's just that's not how it works on this game.
Well, you know what? Your fingers will get used to where the buttons got to go. Where your fingers got to go to hit what buttons. You'll get used to that.
But see, that's my problem with a game like this, is that it's like Grand Theft Auto. If I'm playing that game every single day for 3 months straight, then I'm fine. But if I put it down for 5 days and I turn the thing back on,
it's like brand new, huh?
Listen, Grand Theft Auto is terrible for me because I can never remember I can't remember how to run. I can't remember how to pick guns, and I'm beating the shit out of old ladies on the street. And I'm thinking, no, I just wanted to see what I had in my inventory. I don't know. I'm knocking around now. All of a sudden, I have to run away from the cops. So
look, it's got to be terrible for you because we play a lot and we forget the buttons. You never turn yours on.
Yeah,
so
you
I know you forget.
Yeah, you absolutely not.
So what do you think, Elizabeth? What kind of, first of all, what kind of grade do you give what you've played so far? I mean, not so much your style of what you like, but as what you've played as far as the game goes.
Yeah, give us a 1 to 10.
Well, I play everything, even if I don't like it. If it comes out, I'll play it. In a game like this, I think it has a lot of potential. I'd give it a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the shooting. The shooting's not really my style. I just came off a Rainbow Six binge from like 6 months, so the shooting in that game is way different than the shooting in the Division.
Oh, yeah. Just a different type of game.
Yeah.
Hey, Elizabeth, you going to pick up Doom?
I am. Oh,
yes, you are, babe. And let me tell you something. We're playing it. We're gonna tear some shit up on that game.
After he pulls the dust off.
Oh my goodness! I want that chainsaw. I want that chainsaw, and I just want to rip dudes in half with that thing. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay, Elizabeth, listen, we're not going to keep you very long. I appreciate you talking to us about all that. And you know
Well,
what?
thank you for letting me come.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You know what?
Pleasure.
I mean,
Been a pleasure.
I would love for you to come on here much more often.
Oh, yeah, just give me a call.
Okay, that's great.
All right.
And listen, for that, we're going to send you a copy of Doom 4 when it comes out. How about that?
All right.
But you can't play
All
with
right, I'll
anybody.
let you do it.
Hey, listen, I'll do it, but you can't play with anybody but me.
And me.
Yes,
And me.
Yes,
Okay.
Bill.
Okay, that's good. Hey, listen, we'll send you a copy of Doom 4. How's that?
All right, thank you.
Very good. All right.
Wow.
All right, Elizabeth. Hey, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
All right, babe. Bye-bye. And that was Elizabeth from Tupelo, Mississippi. You know what? She's
a cool chick, man.
Ah, you crazy, man.
She's
She plays video games. That makes them cool.
Listen, let me tell you, and she's
Yeah.
smart. She's studying to be an oncologist, and
Is that when you're on call all the time?
she kind of like us, right?
An oncologist. Oh, yeah, I'm on call all the time.
Now, listen, we're just going to go right into the next thing, and we're going to go ahead and call Jeremy. Oh, I gave you the wrong thing. I'm stupid.
Is it on this phone? Is his number on this phone?
No, it's on
Or do you
that
want me
phone.
to
That's
just
the
call?
iPhone.
Okay, well, I'll just
Jeremy,
throw it in
he
my
is our movie reviewer, and he went and saw what he says is like one of the biggest movies of the year, and it's going to be
Oh,
some
it
kind of really
absolutely
kick-ass.
is.
And I don't know
Absolutely
anything
is.
about it. It's called Deadpool,
Yep.
and I have no desire to see it. I don't even know what it's about. So we're going to get our full review from Ducko here, and see what that's all about. So maybe it's
I'm
good, maybe
down
it's
him
bad.
now.
Okay, so we're going to see what the deal is. I'll always love talking to Jeremy. By the way, you just never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, right.
I mean, literally.
Yellow.
Jeremy.
Hey.
Mr. Duckworth, it's a pleasure to speak with you this evening, my brother. We need some. Jeremy is our resident movie reviewer. So, and from what I understand, you and the wifey poo there went and had a little date day on Saturday since you weren't at work. So you went and saw Deadpool, right? Deadpool.
That's right. That's correct, sir.
All right.
And by the way, Jeremy, just for answering the phone, you win a Rogan Radio T-shirt tonight. God bless you. How about that?
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean, you're
Appreciate that.
listen.
Always a winner, right?
Listen.
always a winner, Jeremy.
You know, you're part of the staff anyway. So I've had one here for a couple months for you, but I just never gave it to you.
Kind of like my video games.
Yeah, my movies.
You know what? Kiss my ass, man. Kiss my
Whatever.
ass. All right, so you went to go see Deadpool. Now this is
That's right.
you said this is one as a rated R flick.
Not for children.
This
Not for children.
and it's a Marvel movie, by the way. This is kind of bizarre about the whole thing. This was like the highest grossing rated R movie, right? Of
It's the highest grossing rated R movie ever.
ever. Now that's a lot of
That
movies.
says a lot.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
movies. And it's a Marvel movie. Now, first of all, why don't you give us a backdrop on what Deadpool is before you actually get to the movie?
Yeah, watch for spoilers there, sir.
Well, you can talk about
see,
Deadpool.
That's what I'm
not the
saying.
movie.
It's part of the movie.
Right.
I mean, he's kind of a good guy, but he's not. Put it this way, he's a good guy that kills people.
Yeah. I
Now,
like that
when
guy.
you say he kills people, does he kill like bad guys or he just kill anybody?
Yeah, he kills bad
So
guys.
he's like a vigilante then.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's the Marvel thing where they don't really kill people, and he does.
Yeah.
So when
he
you
kills them quite brutally, I might add.
So when he kills somebody, it's not like somebody dying on the A team. I mean, you get to see him. You see
Blood
him.
and
No, they get their head blown off,
That's-
or they get,
It's Rambo style. Then they get to.
it's a Rambo, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is the Marvel movie that the men have been waiting. We men been waiting for this Marvel movie.
Oh yeah, it is. It's an excellent movie to go watch, but definitely do not take the children to go see it. Which I was surprised of the people that took their kids to this movie.
No,
Really?
That's stupid. People are dumb.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, how packed was the theater?
Well, see, we went. I hate to do this, but we had a gift certificate. It's the only reason we went to that Hollywood theater, which was bought out and is actually now called Regal.
Is that in
Which,
Morgantown?
Granville.
yeah, it's that one up there above Best Buy.
Listen,
Right.
I tell you what, you go there, you might as well just take one of your testicles out with a knife and sell
Well,
it because you have
number one-
it's expensive.
The only reason I went there is because we had the gift certificate.
Yeah, because it's
Any other
expensive.
reason, I would not go there. It's not that nice. I mean, the theater we was in was small. It was dirty. The seats didn't have that theater seating to them. I mean, they kind of did, but not as much as like Cinemark.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I guess I know where we're never going to have a movie review podcast at.
Yeah, never going to Glendale.
Yeah,
because really, in all sincerity,
if someone gets me a gift certificate, then I'll do it.
I mean, I'm going to be quite honest with you, and it's on them for this. Is that for the price of everything? When you go in there for between tickets and concessions, it's a shithole. I mean, it really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it
Put
really
it this
is.
way, $10.09 a ticket.
$10 a ticket, dude.
And that's not 3D. I mean, that's just regular 2D movie.
That's crazy.
Listen,
that's just $10.09 for one person to walk in the door.
And listen, and once again, to remind everybody, we're not talking about New York prices. We understand, cost of living. We're talking about, Morgantown, West Virginia, which is,
right.
I mean, it's,
Which, by the way, they have built a ton of stuff up behind that. There wasn't on there the last time I was up there.
That's where the ball field is. That's where they put the baseball field.
No, the ball field's going out past that.
But I mean,
in
it's
the same area.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of apartment complexes up there now.
Listen, they're putting them things everywhere up in Morgantown these days.
I've never actually been to that theater. But
so 1 through 10, what do you think of the flick?
Deadpool.
Is it like your typical Marvel movie, like your Superman flick?
No, it's way better.
So
I mean, it's a guy Marvel movie. It's
right.
a man.
It's a
Marvel movie.
They made this movie.
So when you watch it, you got jacked up.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, it was. This was probably Ryan Reynolds' best movie ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fantastic,
What'd the wife
man.
think? I mean, she's a chick, so what'd she
She
think?
she liked it.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
That's good.
And here's the thing about the whole kids thing. No kids. It's not really so much of the killing and the blood and the guts. It's the sexual innuendos in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
probably just a crap ton of those.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of.
Plus,
There's a lot
there
of.
was a pretty good sex scene and some nudity in it. So
Actually, sexing wasn't that good.
Well, not compared to the sex we have.
It's not Ducko level. It's not Ducko level. Sex.
You know what? Listen. You know what? That's Marvel sex doesn't compare to Ducko sex, which is marvelous.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so first of all, we're going to say the Granville Hollywood 15 Studios or whatever that your review of that is a shithole. So that's below zero.
For the money.
For the money. Oh no, absolutely right.
Right.
The movie is absolutely it's kick ass. You're going to say that's going to be at least a 10 or close to it.
Oh, every bit of a 10.
And the final question I have for you, Ducko, and this is the one that means everything to me. Don't care about Granville. Don't care about Morgantown. Don't care about apartment buildings. I don't even give a shit about this movie. I want to know if you went to the Man Mall.
Did you go?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
When you go to Morgantown, you got to go to the Man Mall.
Every time you go to Morgantown, you have to go to the Man Mall, which is a.k.a. the Best Buy. And you have to go in there and you have to check out every single time.
By the way,
we really need a Best
I
Buy
was a
down
little
here.
disappointed in the new. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there real quick. You know how we all used to get the warranty through Best Buy, right?
Oh, yeah, because you've had a problem with your PS4 with the Ethernet.
You took that up there?
Well, you remember how, like with the 360s, you got one, you had that warranty. You walked in the door, they said, "Thank you, sir. You have the warranty. Go pick a brand new one off the shelf."
Oh,
that's not how they do it anymore.
Yeah. They'd even switch
How
to
they
the
doing
hard
now?
drive too.
Sony's mailing me a new PlayStation 4 on the 23rd.
Are you out of a PlayStation right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took
crap. Now
man.
they took everything, right?
Oh, man, that's not cool.
So needless to say, I will never get their warranty again. I'll do like TV did and get it through Sony because it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Sony-
exactly.
$50 cheaper.
And
I got it
actually,
for 3
Sony,
years. I got
Sony,
that for 3 years.
Sony will send you one. Yeah, because Sony will send you what in like 2 or 3 days, something like that, and then you just mail the other one back.
Yeah.
Sure, they'll send you a box.
That's what I did. Was I took.
No.
We were going to the movie. I was like, "Oh, we got this gift card. We go to Morgantown. We got to go to Man Mall." So I took it with me. I thought they could fix it. Because
Right.
the woman that worked the Geek Squad counter told me, "Oh yeah, we got Ethernet port. You can fix that in 5 minutes." So I get back there, and guys like, "I can't fix that."
Yeah,
no.
not an Ethernet port on a PS4.
That's above their pay grade.
Yeah.
He didn't even check it. He's just like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "The Ethernet port quit working." "Oh, okay. Let me type in your information." He's like, "Well, I'm going to take this one, and hey, man, they're going to send you a brand spanking new one on the 23rd." And I'm standing here like, "What the heck am I going to do between now and then, man? I like to,
Hey,
get
listen,
on.
you're
gonna have withdrawals.
Listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but tomorrow night we're all getting together and we're playing Battlefront on the PS4, and the winner gets $1,000 from the Rogan Fund. Damn it, Ducko, what's wrong with you?
If I had your money, Chuck, I would have bought another one right there and just,
You should have said,
when they
hey,
send me the new
listen,
one.
you should have said something, Jeremy, because I would have bought you damn well a new one. Dumb bastard.
Hey,
you
you know
know that
what?
by now.
You look at it this way. You go there now, you get 500 one, you get 500 gig, whatever, with Call of Duty for $350.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier, how the prices come down after a while.
I almost bought one and just said hello. I really did.
You should have.
But I just couldn't do it.
That's fantastic.
I could see wasting $350, and I got one that will be in the mail on the 23rd.
Hey, listen, we had 2 giveaways tonight. We're going to talk about this real quick, and we're going to let you split out of here.
Yeah, wait till you hear this.
You're going to.
I watched it.
Listen,
did
dude.
you? Yeah,
Can you
how-
believe that bullshit?
How lucky is that guy, Duck?
Well, I mean, look at the guy. The guy goes by the Subaru.
Yeah.
Then he goes by the freaking Dodge Ram.
Right.
Then he gets a free T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what? And he gets that Kindle Fire thing.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, dude.
You know what? If I'm that guy,
I'm going to
I'm
play the
gonna
lottery.
I'm
I
playing the
guarantee it.
lottery, and I'm playing it now.
Yes,
I guarantee
you
it.
are.
Damn it. Freaking Justin Farrow and Taj, what is up with that,
Cleaning
man?
up, man. You
Hey,
know what
but
you
anyway.
say. Good things happen to good people.
Ducko, we really appreciate you talking with us tonight, man. And until next time, the next movie is on us. We're going to pay for you to go and your concessions
Sweet.
as long as you don't
Yeah.
as long as you go to Fairmont. And then
Hey, Fairmont's better.
I think so too, man. And you can give us a full movie review of what's the next big movie, Superman versus Batman.
Something like that.
It's not going to be
He's like,
Ghostbusters. Listen, it's not going to be Ghostbusters. I'm not going to make you do that.
I'm not going to go watch it. I don't care if you're going to pay for it. Any true Ghostbusters fan will not go see that movie. They will not do it.
All right, brother. Hey, listen, we're going to let you go. We'll talk to you tomorrow, brother.
See you, man.
All right, I'll
dude.
be there bright and early.
Later on, bro. Listen, man, that's Ducko. He's a cool dude. He's been with us for a long time. Speaking of Best Buy, Jimmy got his badge and he had his gun one time, and we went up to. This has been 4 years ago, and he had a Caravan. I picked up the TV that I have in now. You remember when we went up there and picked that TV up?
Yeah.
Okay. So we went up there, and there's always somebody named Mike. There's always somebody named Mike in every store, right? So this guy's
Mike's a pretty common name, Chuck.
It's a very common name. So they're bringing this TV out to the Caravan,
You said,
and,
"Hey,
they're
Mike."
loading this thing up, right? I said, Jimmy, just play along. Just play along.
That was probably like 5 years ago.
It's been every bit of that.
You ready to sell that TV?
No, not yet. So anyway, this guy's bringing this phone. I was like, hey, man, is Mike working? He goes, yeah. I said, hey. And I said, Jimmy. I said, show him. And Jimmy pulls his shirt up and shows us his sidearm and all that, all his stuff that he wears underneath his shirt.
Batman belt.
His Batman belt.
Utility belt.
With his legal ease on. I said, we're watching him. So you tell Mike we're watching him. And we split. Listen,
That guy's eyes were like, what?
listen, dude. And we split. And we split after that. That guy, I guarantee you, went in there and said, Mike, man, there's this guy out there, and he bought this TV, and he told me he was with the NSA or some shit. Like, I can't remember what kind of story I made up.
Got a gun. He's got a badge.
And he said, they were watching you, man. What are you doing? And that guy's thinking, I better stop watching online porn and drinking or whatever I'm doing. You know, it's hard to tell what that guy's doing, but I guarantee we messed with that guy's
Probably
brain
ruined
that
somebody
day.
else's investigation.
All right, we're going to take a real quick break. We're going to be right back. You're listening to Rogan Radio.
We're out.
Hey, we're back on Rogan Radio, and you know what? We had the big winner tonight, Justin Farrow.
Congratulations, Justin.
Oh my goodness, Justin, you won.
And Justin's wife. Let's mention the fact
Listen,
that
how odd is it?
Because you know she's going to end up with that tab.
Well, thank you.
Listen.
I think it happened to a very deserving person.
Listen, here's what's hilarious. Let me tell you a little bit about Justin. Justin busts his ass at the post office every single day like everybody else does.
Sure he does.
He was. Now this is just bizarre, and honest to God, you saw the video on the Facebook, so you know it's not fixed. But Justin was with us. Justin and Taj they were with us when we did the band video at Lincoln, right?
Yeah, they helped out.
All right. So anyway, the first drawing we had was for the shares of the video that we did today concerning just, reminding everybody that we were going to give away this tablet tonight. And who won that? Taj Farrow. It's like,
What?
what? It's like, you know what? Great luck.
But that's not the funny thing, Chuck.
That is not the funny thing. So then we go ahead and then we spin Jimmy around in about 720 degrees, and we shoved that beer bottle up his ass and put a blindfold on him and all that. And we said, go ahead and pick another name out of the completely different bucket that we had. And who did he pull out for the Amazon Fire tablet?
Justin Farrow.
Justin Farrow. What are the chances of picking a husband and wife and basically cleaning Rogan Radio out of all their goods, man? Congratulations, Justin.
Oh,
Just so you know, you are not eligible to win again for
365 days.
365 days.
what, 24 hours?
No. You got way more than 24 hours left.
Listen, man, we just had Jeremy on an earlier segment. We were talking about the Deadpool, and basically what he said, you just tell Jeremy, or you tell Justin. You make sure you tell Justin that Jeremy Duckworth said that he was a piece of shit. Listen, man, I don't know what that's all about. I would knock it.
Who's it?
Remember when Jeremy said that?
Oh, that's Jeremy said that. Yeah,
about Justin. Yeah. Listen, Justin, he didn't say that. I'm just saying that.
Sounds like something he would say.
Listen, he's done forgot about Justin or Chuck or Todd or any of us because he uses annual all over the weekend.
Yeah, he'll forget about that.
Man,
No.
Are you getting tired, dude?
No, I'm not getting tired,
Okay.
bruh.
Of course he is.
All right, here's what we want to know. You're the big winner tonight, Justin. You won the Amazon Fire tablet, which will be shipped to you courtesy of Amazon Prime.
Congratulations.
Okay.
And what we need to know from you is that we every week we're going to have some sort of a contest, and we need to know a magic word so we can next week make somebody a word
Magic.
or a magic or some sort of a winner of a Rogan Radio T-shirt, which are going to be fantastic and they're going to be worth their weight in gold. So why don't you give us right now, as the winner of the Amazon Fire tablet on Rogan Radio, the magic word for this week?
Magic.
The magic word is pyramid.
Pyramid. Oh, listen.
Pyramid.
Listen, you know what I like about that? You know what I really like about that?
Because
First
you
of
like
all,
King Tut?
I love
Likes
King Tut.
conspiracies.
I like conspiracies. The Illuminati bullshit on the dollar bill.
Yeah,
Justin Pharaoh, Egypt,
the Masons.
pyramids.
Pharaoh. Egypt.
Get it. I get it.
The magic word is pyramid.
You know what? I like when the three of us after the show are over, when we're laying on the bed together, it's sort of like a pyramid.
Yeah, well, it's more of a spoon, but we're
it's
on
a
top of
pyramid.
each
I mean,
other.
it's like a
so
cereal. Yeah, whatever.
Don't ruin it, Todd. It's a pyramid.
It's a pyramid.
Pyramid. Yeah, it's a pyramid. No, it's not, Justin.
Hey, Justin,
And Todd
thanks.
said,
So the magic word this week, if you want to win a Rogan Radio T-shirt, as coming from the mouth of Justin Pharaoh, the winner of the Amazon Fire tablet, is once again Justin.
Pyramid.
Pyramid.
So write that down. Now, listen, you still got to share the link, right? The live link.
And you also have to go ahead and you have to make sure you text that to us at 681-222-ROGN. That's 681-222-7646. Or you can message us at Rogan Radio on the Facebook. Or you can even do that on YouTube. You can do it on Twitter. I don't give a shit how you do it. You just make sure we just want to make sure you know. The magic word this week is pyramid. And Justin, you tell your wife, congratulations. We'll have we'll go ahead and get in contact with you for all that stuff. I think I have one for her. I think I do. I might have one.
You
if
probably
not,
should.
Because Steve from KDS Primitive Signs and More, gracious enough to make some promo shirts for us in return. We're going to have some big contests concerning those particular T-shirts, so that's pretty cool. And we'll get that fire tablet by Tuesday or Wednesday, bro. Listen, we'll deliver the son of a bitch right to your hands. And we'll come to your house, and you know what? Take a picture of you.
Yeah.
When you're getting that through,
we're
probably.
So you can get that's a twofer. You can get a picture of me with the tablet and my wife with the shirt.
See?
What's wrong with that?
As the UPS guy delivers it to you.
Exactly.
Hey, Justin, really appreciate you playing the game, bro. And we'll get that right. We'll get that to you, man.
Congratulations, Justin. Give
I
Taj
appreciate Rogan Radio making me a winner.
Booyah!
Booyah! Nice, Justin. We like that.
All right, Justin. You take care, brother.
You guys have fun.
All right,
Later on.
see you,
bud.
buddy.
That was Justin Farrow, the big winner tonight on Rogan Radio with the Amazon Fire tablet, and you could be a winner just by listening. And every week it's going to be something different. It might not be Amazon Fire tablet, but it might be something like an overnight stay at Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg. It could be an HD TV.
Ooh.
It could be something from Starbucks, BW3.
Oh, listen,
it could be Todd coming over and sweeping the carpets in your house.
No, I'm not going to do that. But you know what? Here's the way I got it figured. We got Jimmy's a married guy, and I'm a married guy, and Chuck's a no, he's not.
No,
how about this?
no, he's
Dinner.
not.
How about dinner for two?
Dinner for two
with the host of Rogan Radio, Chuck Charles Rogan.
I mean, listen,
it could be anybody. What if it could be a guy?
It doesn't matter to
guess.
me. If it's a guy, I'll go out to dinner and bullshit with him. I don't care if it's a girl. It's the same difference. It's not like I'm going to try to get in their pants.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, well, you might.
Depends on how much alcohol you're in.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't do that no more. You can trust that. We've already had that conversation.
We'll talk about that in the future.
All right.
podcast.
Anyway, listen, thanks for listening to Rogan Radio. Next week, we'll have a brand new episode. And also, it's starting at 7 o'clock on the Facebook is the Social Hour. Check us out on the Facebook, the Twitter, the Google+, YouTube. We're going to have our website up and fully functional, and we're going to reveal that for everybody to watch. Hopefully next week. We've been talking about that for 3 months now, so you know that's how that goes. But once again, on behalf of Jimmy Wisniewski, Taj, and Justin Farrow, the big winners tonight.
Why do you always
my mom and
forget
dad, my sister,
you're a Catholic
Dave,
priest, the supervisor at work, the guy who pulled
Rogan,
you over.
Everybody I've seen, everybody I know
Rogan.
this week.
You know, every state police officer in West Virginia, the garbage guy, the
Tina
downtown, Tina Efall.
Becky Wade.
Come on, dude, say my name.
Eric Grossa.
Say my name. Remember Breaking Bad?
Jeremy Duckworth.
Say
my name.
And Todd Beck.
Oh, thank you, Chuck.
And yours truly, Chuck Rogan. We appreciate you really listening as we do every single week to Rogan Radio.